Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at the physical future Gohan, and we're going to take a look at just how good he is after his recent EZA on DBZ Dokkan Battle Global. So of course he got a pretty nice buff with his EZA. He became a Future Saga attack, defense, and HP 170% lead, which is pretty good. He now greatly raises attack and defense for one turn on his super attack, and he also has attack of 158%, with raising his defense by up to 158% with less health remaining. He also reduces damage received by 30%, plus an additional damage reduction of 7% at the start of each turn, up to 28%, which of course means that he has increased his damage reduction to a total of 58%. He also gets an additional attack and defense of 120% and a medium chance of performing a critical hit, which is 30%, when there is a Future Saga category ally whose name includes Trunks attacking in the same turn. This will include units that have other units but include Trunks, so as long as they are on the Future Saga category and have Trunks in their name, they will qualify for this. In terms of links, he has Golden Warrior, All in the Family, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighters, Dismal Future, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. In terms of category, he's on Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, Android Cell Saga, Bond of Master and Disciple, All Out Struggle, and Connected Hope. Obviously, in terms of his link set, Prepared for Battle is his highlighted link set with Ki +2 and of course having attack and defense of 5%, and his super attack is farmable. You can farm his super attack from the event that drops the Super Saiyan Physical Gohan. So there's actually a Super Saiyan Physical Gohan that can raise the SA of Super Saiyan Physical Gohan, so that's very cool. We're going to try him out first on the Future Saga team, which is a very good team for him, and then we'll try him out on a team where he doesn't have Trunks, just so we can see the effect. Obviously my Gohan is rainbowed, so that is something that you do need to keep in mind. He's quite an old unit, so quite a few players will have him rainbowed, but even if new players pick him up at 55%, this is the kind of unit that will be pretty good in most content, so you shouldn't really have too many concerns. But yeah, so we'll try him out on the Future Saga team. Obviously, you know, in terms of his stats, he will be getting that 120% extra attack and defense and that chance of performing a crit. In terms of his build, if you are going to build him with keeping the fact in mind that he can have a Trunks on every single team he's on, barring Goku's Family. So Hybrid Saiyans, Super Saiyans, Future Saga, Android Cell Saga, Bond of Master and Disciple, All Out Struggle, and Connected Hope, he literally can have a Trunks on every single team. So honestly, it is probably best to build him in the full kind of crit range. It's just generally the best idea to go for him. I think All Out Struggle, maybe there's no other Trunks unit yet. There might be one in future. But I think the Gohan and Trunks future unit counts as well. So he actually pretty much can have on almost all of his categories, barring you know, the Goku's Family. He pretty much can have on every single category a like Trunks unit, so you'll have that extra attack and defense of 120%, and so it's very difficult to say not to build him into additional, because he's going to constantly have a 30% chance to crit. So we have 5 links active here between him and the transformed Trunks, which is very good. We also do have a support on the rotation, but he's sitting at about 149,000 defense, who with, you know, already a 30% base damage reduction, the fact that he's going to greatly raise attack and defense on his super, and the fact that he's going to gain 7% every single turn, basically means he can withstand type disadvantage attacks in Extreme Battle Road with no items. Like, he'll take damage. He'll take like, 180, 200k damage, but he will definitely be able to survive it, and he'll do a very, very good job in doing so. So this guy is a real big deal damage wise. He's looking really, really solid, and he did a really good attack stat there as well. But tanking wise, he's definitely up there as one of the tankiest units in the game. But yeah, looking really, really solid. Obviously looks really, really good. He's got a nice link set, although it is a little bit niche. So things like, All in the Family, not too great a link. It's good for Goku's Family teams, so that is there. And it will compensate for some of the defense he's missing by not having a Trunks on that team. Super Saiyan's a very good link. Prepared for Battle's a very good link. And Fierce Battle, obviously very good links. Golden Warrior's okay for a Super Saiyan team. Experienced Fighters is an okay link, and Dismal Future is obviously great on a Future Saga team. So yeah, overall pretty decent link set. Nothing remotely wild or anything like that, but overall a pretty solid link set that's just not going to get him in too much trouble. I think it'll do really well for him. Again, here we can see without the effective support, he is sitting around that 120k mark. Remember, he will have 7% more damage reduction this turn, so he's probably tankier overall than he was with the support last turn until he caps out his damage reduction at 58%. You will never be able to truly test his defense in Dokkan events. It's not going to be something you're going to be able to see. So we will have to take a look at how he performs in Extreme Super Battle Road at some stage. I think that'll definitely have to be something we take a look at with him overall, and just how he does there, because that's going to be one of the few ways you are going to be able to monitor him or assess him, I want to say. You're going to have to see what kind of defense he's got against raw numbers, because with an item or anything like that, this guy is just going to be able to tank anything. With 30% base, any item will push him up to the 70% threshold. He's looking like he's going to have on a Trunks based team, over 140k defense before he even supers. So this guy just looks like he's not going to take damage, especially with an item. Without an item, like I said, he probably will take damage off of a type disadvantage super in ESBR, but that's really about it, and it would have to be type disadvantage. Neutral won't do much to him. We're probably talking a lot less damage. Here we'll take a look. He looks pretty good here with his defense and everything there, and we'll see what his attack stats going to be like. He's put up some pretty good numbers. 4.2, 4.5. Definitely the kind of unit that can hit 5 mil. There's room to grow in the links as well, and with this Trunks he activates a lot of them. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan gives him an extra 5% attack. Dismal Future gives him that additional 5% crit chance, which is quite helpful. Fierce Battle gives him an extra 5% attack, and Prepared for Battle gives him an extra 5%. So by link leveling him, you are looking at another 15% in terms of attack, and you are looking at another 5% chance to crit, which is pretty good. So we'll try him on the Goku's Family team now, and we'll see how that goes. And we'll see whether he comes out looking pretty good or not, and what not having a Trunks does to him in terms of performance. So yeah, obviously on the Goku's Family team, it's the only category that we cannot meet the Trunks requirement. So it is a special category for this unit. Obviously Trunks does have to be in the same rotation as this guy, but again, as you saw in the previous video, one of his best running mates is the Tech Trunks, who's kind of on every single category with him pretty much, barring All Out Struggle. And there he does have the LR Trunks and Gohan unit, who also links okay with him as well, sharing 4 links, I believe. So realistically speaking, he's not lacking for running mates on any team. It's just this team where he can't have a Trunks available. So what I've done is I've decided to take a look at how he does. Got quite a few links active here, which is good, and he's got 71k defense, which is okay. 71k defense isn't going to light the world on fire, but with his max damage reduction of 58%, he honestly won't be doing too badly. 58% is honestly perfectly fine. Damage reduction alongside that defense. Remember, this is his lowest amount of defense as well. If you are to be low on health, his defense will also dramatically shoot up, which makes him invaluable in events where you might be sitting on low health for a while. This Gohan can reach some crazy levels of defense, which is really, really good. So with that being said, I feel like even on the Goku's family team, I don't feel like this unit is inherently flawed or possibly unusable. I think he's a very good unit that can be used in the Goku's family team. He does some really good work on the Goku's family team. And if you're looking for a unit that's going to just get things done for you defensively and now offensively, because even without Trunks, this guy's hitting above 3 mil. He doesn't have the crit chance, so if you're going to focus on using him on a Goku's family team, you are missing out on that crucial functionality, and so you're going to want to give him crit. But definitely speaking, just in raw attack stat, this guy is a very, very dangerous looking entity. We've got 5 links active here, which is very good. He shares quite a few links with this LR Goku, which is great. He can face tank for him. 63k defense only, but remember, he does have at this point 37% damage reduction, which is very, very good. He will also greatly raise his defense after he fires his super, so that's going to help him as well. And he'll be very good tank-wise either way. You're hitting 3.5 million here, which is very, very good. Obviously, we do have a 30% support in the form of the LR Goku, but that's okay. Hitting some nice numbers, doing some really good work, just overall being an incredibly solid unit. So for me, I honestly have no problem with this Gohan on a non-Trunks team or a team where he cannot achieve the Trunks portion of his passive. This guy is just putting out good work. He's not obviously being a supernatural entity of defense like the other one was with 150k and 37% damage reduction and greatly raising and doing all these things, but that's okay. He is still super duper solid. He's punching out really good numbers. He's punching out 3 million, 3.5 million. Very, very solid numbers. In terms of link set, having that all in the family does help him. So if you are going to run him on Goku's family, I would suggest at least having all in the family. Literally, if not anything, just because it's going to help him a lot defensively. And we can see here again another decent defensive stat. Here he's above 40% damage reduction as well. 74k defense. And we'll see what kind of attack stat he can put out, but it will probably be honestly perfectly rock solid. This Gohan is nothing but consistent. Consistently good, very solid, reliable unit who's going to be great in any slot on your team. Want to put him as the floater? Fine. Want to put him as second slot? Fine. Want to put him as first slot? Okay as well. He's just an incredibly good tanky unit. And yeah, it's really, really cool to see that they've kind of given this future Gohan the perfect revamp. He was originally a very tanky unit, and now he's just continued to be that, but is shucking out attack stats that are worth the effort of keeping him in your team. But yeah, there's nothing really more to say. We'll go through his link set here. But as we mentioned before, in terms of links, pretty decent links. Some more niche ones, but a solid diversity level to them. Golden Warrior, All in the Family, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighters, Dismal Future, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. All fairly decent links. Your most common probably going to be if you just go for Prepared Battle, Fierce Battle, and Super Saiyan. That's pretty much going to hit 80% of your niche categories that you're going to have for your units. So if you just run those 3 links, as you can see, quite a few options. Not ridiculous options, all of them, but very, very good options. This Transforming Goku is a very good pairing partner as well, sharing 5 links in his first and second forms. Obviously, once he goes Super Saiyan 3, things start to get a bit wonky, but they do make a very solid pairing. as they share prepared for battle the whole way through. This Trunks is also a super solid unit with him, is also recently received an EZA, so someone nice to just pair up with him, also available on a lot of categories together. Then obviously if you want to try and focus on another side of the Link set, if you don't just want to focus on the prepared for battle, fierce battle and the Super Saiyan side, you can focus on things like Dismal Future, obviously a slightly rarer Link, but still a pretty powerful Link that does obviously help out in terms of critical hit and also just assists in terms of ki, especially once it gets to Link level 10. It gives you 2 ki, which is very, very good. And there's just quite a few options from that perspective. Of course, also you can focus on prepared for battle and something like All in the Family. If you are wanting to run them on a Gokus Family team, those are pretty much the only 2 links I suggest you having. And fierce battle also helps. As you can see, it's a pretty rare combination. You're a lot easier to find All in the Family on free-to-play Gokus Family units, but overall it's still something you can achieve quite easily. But that is pretty much going to be it from me. So as always guys, let me know what you think about the Gohan unit in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Bye.